Good morning all of you. Chapter 4, method number 3, expenditure method. According to this method, national income is estimated in terms of expenditure on the purchase of final goods and services produced in the economy during an accounting year. Means साल भर में जो भी चीजें खरीदी जाती हैं उन पे जो खर्चा होता है उसी को हम क्या कहते हैं, नेशनल इनकम कहते हैं, या फिर हम बोल सकते हैं जो भी इनकम आती है चीजें खरीदने के बाद प्रोड्यूसर्स के पास, उसी को हम क्या कहते हैं, नेशनल इनकम। तो जब चीजें खरीदी जाती है तो क्या होती है, एक्सपेंडिचर होती है, इसलिए इसे एक्सपेंडिचर मेथड कहा जाता है। तो एक्सपेंडिचर C plus I, C for consumption expenditure. Consumption expenditure means expenditure by the consumer. I for investment expenditure. Investment expenditure means expenditure by the producers. And G for government expenditure. Expenditure by the government. And there are some expenditure on exports and some expenditure on imports. So expenditure method means expenditure of consumers, expenditures of producers, expenditures of government, expenditure on exports and expenditure on imports. X for exports and M for imports. So according to expenditure method, national income is estimated in terms of expenditure on the purchase of final goods and services during an accounting year. Accounting year means 1 year. So in expenditure method, expenditure by the consumer is known as consumption expenditure, indicated by capital C. Expenditure by the producer is indicated by capital I, known as investment expenditure. G for government expenditure, expenditure by the government. X for exports and M for imports. So classification of expenditure method. Number first, capital C, or we can say consumption expenditure or private final consumption expenditure. So there are 4 types of expenditure by the consumers. Number 4, durable, semi-durable, non-durable and services. Durable goods, semi-durable, non-durable and services. So generally consumers expenditure are classified into 4 parts. Durable goods, those goods which are used for many years. Semi-durable, those goods which are used for 1 year or little more. Non-durable, those goods which are used as single act of consumption, like diesel, petrol. Services, non-material but satisfy human needs. So there are 4 types of consumption expenditure: durable, semi-durable, non-durable and services. Clear? Number 2, investment expenditure. Expenditure by the producer. Investment expenditure. It is also divided into 2 parts. Number 1, gross fixed investment. And number 2, inventory investment. So investment expenditure means expenditure by the producers, and investment expenditure is divided into 2 parts: gross fixed investment or inventory investment. Gross fixed investment, investment on fixed assets. Gross fixed investment is again divided into 3 parts: household fixed investment, business fixed investment and government fixed investment. So gross fixed investment, investment expenditure is divided into 2 parts. Investment expenditure are divided into 2 parts: gross fixed investment, inventory investment. Gross fixed investment again divided into 3 parts: household fixed investment, भाई मैंने जमीन खरीदी है, मेरा फिक्स इन्वेस्टमेंट है, मैंने घर बनाई है, मेरा फिक्स इन्वेस्टमेंट है. सो हाउसहोल्ड फिक्स इन्वेस्टमेंट, इन्वेस्टमेंट बाय द कंज्यूमर बट जनरेट्स इनकम. भाई आज मैंने घर खरीदा, आगे चलकर क्या हो जाएगी, अगर मैं उसे बेचूंगी मेरी क्या होगी, इनकम जनरेट होगी और महंगा ही बिकेगा. बिजनेस फिक्स इन्वेस्टमेंट, investment by the producers, or we can say investment on factories or industry Government fixed investment, investment on roads, parks, highway, bridge, etc. So gross fixed investment again divided into three parts: household fixed investment, business fixed investment, and government fixed investment. Household fixed investment means house, land. Business fixed investment means buildings, factory, and government fixed investment means parks, roads, etc. So fixed investment by the consumer is known as household fixed investment. Fixed investment by the producer is known as business fixed investment, and fixed investment by the government is known as government fixed investment. All these investment generates income. अगर गवर्नमेंट रोड्स बनवा रही है तो उससे भी इनकम जनरेट हो रही है, अगर हम लैंड खरीद रहे हैं तो बाद में बेचेंगे तो इससे भी इनकम जनरेट हो रही है, और बिल्डिंग्स फैक्ट्रीज वगैरह से भी इनकम जनरेट हो रही है. तो इन सबसे क्या हो रहा है, इनकम जनरेट. और जब इनकम जनरेट होती है तो क्या हो जाता है, हम एक प्रोड्यूसर के वे में बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि द मेन मोटिव ऑफ कैपिटल गुड्स और द मेन मोटिव ऑफ प्रोड्यूसर इज टू जनरेट इनकम और टू मैक्सिमाइज देयर प्रॉफिट्स. So government fixed investment is divided into three parts: household fixed investment, business fixed investment, and government fixed investment. Then inventory investment. Inventory means stock, or we can say inventory investment is known as change in stock. And formula for change in stock: closing stock minus opening stock. So fixed investment divided into two parts. Fixed investment is divided into three parts: household fixed investment, business fixed investment, and government fixed investment. On the other hand, inventory means stock. So it is also known as change in stock. And formula for change in stock: closing stock minus opening stock. Government expenditure. Expenditure by the government, like roads, parks, bridges, social welfare, pensions, so many things. So government expenditure. Then exports. X for exports. Flow of goods to other country is known as export, and flow of goods into our country is known as imports. So जब गुड्स जा रहे हैं तो उसे हम क्या कहेंगे, एक्सपोर्ट. इससे इनकम जनरेट होगी. मैंने अपना सामान बेचा तो उससे क्या होगी, मेरी कंट्री की इनकम जनरेट होगी. और इम्पोर्ट्स मतलब बाहर से सामान मंगाया है, तो जब बाहर से सामान मंगा रहे हैं तो क्या हो जाएगा, इससे बाहर से सामान मंगा रहे हैं तो इनकम जा रही है. तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, एक्सपोर्ट मीन फायदे वाली चीज है, प्रॉफिट वाली. तो प्लस एक्सपोर्ट एंड इम्पोर्ट मीन लॉस, नेगेटिव इम्पोर्ट. सो there are 5 parts of expenditure method: C plus I plus G plus X minus N. Clear? C for consumption expenditure. Consumption expenditure are divided into 4 parts: durable, semi-durable, non-durable, and service. I for investment. Investment is divided into 2 parts: gross fixed investment, inventory investment. Gross fixed investment again divided into 3 parts: household fixed investment, business fixed investment, and government fixed investment. And inventory means stock. So inventory means also known as change in stock. Formula for change in stock in value added method, similar in expenditure method: closing stock minus opening stock. Exports means profit, so we add exports, and imports means our losses, so we subtract imports. Clear? The main indicator of value added method is GDP MP. The main indicator of income method is NDP and FC. The main indicator of expenditure method is also GDP and MP. So GDP MP equals to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. C consumption expenditure, I for investment expenditure, or we can say investment expenditure is also known as capital formation. Investment means capital formation, and the main indicator is G. So gross capital formation. So I for investment expenditure. Investment expenditure is also known as gross capital formation. Clear? If net capital formation is given or net investment is given, भाई हमें क्या चाहिए, ग्रॉस, क्योंकि यहाँ पर मेन इंडिकेटर क्या है, ग्रॉस। पर अगर आपको नेट कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन दे दिया है तो आप क्या करेंगे, नेट से हमें क्या निकालना है, ग्रॉस, तो हम प्लस क्या कर देंगे, डेप्री, तो हमारा क्या निकल आएगा, ग्रॉस कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन। क्लियर? I means investment expenditure. Investment expenditure is also known as gross capital formation. But sometimes net capital formation is given. So ये कई बार दिया होगा. So we add depreciation. Depreciation, when we add depreciation, net is converted into gross. So gross capital formation. So always remember, when net capital formation is given in GDP MP, we add depreciation and convert net into gross. Similarly, net fixed investment, or we can say that gross fixed capital formation is given, then okay. But if net fixed investment is given, then we add डेप्री. जब हम डेप्री ऐड करेंगे तो नेट फिक्स इन्वेस्टमेंट किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, ग्रॉस फिक्स इन्वेस्टमेंट में. कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन मींस इन्वेस्टमेंट, फिक्स ग्रॉस फिक्स कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन, तो सही है भैया, ग्रॉस है, ग्रॉस है. तो अगर नेट फिक्स कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन क्या होगा, तो हम नेट से ग्रॉस में जाने के लिए हम प्लस क्या कर देंगे, डेप्री कर देंगे, तो क्या बन जाएगा, ग्रॉस फिक्स कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन. कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन मींस इन्वेस्टमेंट, ठीक, प्लस चेंज इन स्टॉक, क्लोजिंग माइनस ओपनिंग. Always remember, if net exports are given, we add net exports. But if net imports are given, we subtract net imports. Net export means exports are greater than imports. When exports are greater than imports means फायदे वाली है बात हो रही है. When net imports में imports are greater than exports, मतलब हमें नुकसान हो रहा है. So when net exports are given, we add net exports, and when net imports are given, we subtract net imports. Clear? So GDP MP C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Now GDP MP to NNP at FC or national income. GDP MP gross to net minus that. D to N plus NFIA from plus and to minus. MP to FC minus IT plus subsidy, or we can say minus NIT.